Hello, Vogue. You can come on in. We're getting ready. Now, this isn't Vogue yet, but this is my get ready with me as I talk about my song, Amnesia, and I'm doing my makeup. I've already curled my hair for my shoot today, which I'm shooting for the cover and also some B-roll for social media and all that jazz and stuff. So I'm gonna walk you through the look. Yeah, if you don't know, my name is Aisha. My artist name is Aisha, and I'm a lover of music, fashion, beauty, art. Don't ask me about art pieces or art history. I just can't admire talent, and that's really all there is to it. So yeah, also I'm a lover of Vogue, W, Essence, you know, all those things. But I'm a beauty girl through and through. I love a good makeup tutorial. I love a good get ready with me, show me some products, how you do things. And I figured the best way to talk about the song and the look and what I'm going for is to sit and do this in this content while I have more than enough time to do it. So for starters, I already did my skin prep. I am a Korean skincare girly with like a mix of other things. For prep, I use these Needly anti-trouble pads and my St. Jane Beauty moisturizer. It's literally my fave. Make sure you drink your water. Our second step is primer. Even though I'm an oily combo girl, I use the E.L.F. Hydro Grip Primer with the Niacinamide in it, or the Benefit Professional, but today I'm gonna go for this one. Really, if you rub it in like how your mama, if you're black, how your mama used to just, like that works too. Let's talk about the feel of the makeup look and the song and what we're trying to convey here. So for starters, we're gonna use, this is Anastasia cream bronzer in the shade Chestnut. They don't make this anymore. I don't know why. Anyway, but so the song title is called Amnesia, and the overall theme is like, the visual theme at least, is like vintage glamour, kind of femme fatale. Even though the song itself talks about hurt and processing emotions and like kind of like not falling for people's words, the opening line of the song is actions speak louder than words, or that's what I heard. Oh no. So one thing that I realized as I've been growing into my womanhood, I'm 25, I turned 26 this year, is different ways that you can convey emotions or wear them, and they don't all have to look the same. So in kind of embracing the womanliness that I have and am growing into, I wanted to lean a little bit more into like the sexy, sultry kind of vibe. And so when I chose the femme fatale kind of feel vintage glamour, I was like, okay, what look goes with that? What look gives sultry, sexy, but it's very powerful, and even if you're hurt, you still look damn good. So two inspired looks, Doechii look and then a Jodie Turner look. And so I haven't really done like a black smoky eye on camera. I haven't really done a black smoky eye in general. Like I typically, my own natural style of makeup is like more of a cleaner, but still kind of like bronzy look. So I wanted to go for something that was very attention grabbing, but added a little bit more depth and definitely played into the more sultry, sexy, powerful kind of vibe, even though feelings are hurt. But yeah, so this is the cream bronzer by Anastasia. I like to keep it kind of here. I have a baby face, so it's just like, okay. I just try to add a little bit more structure and pronounce my cheekbones a little bit more. My mom has very high cheekbones, very structured. So does my auntie. And their face is just chiseled, you know, and I love that. But yeah, I try to channel them for my cheekbones and the iconic Naomi Campbell. The next step is these Milani Conceal and Perfect bronzing drops. We do mix high and low makeup over here because honestly, it's not really about, the drugstore makeup has caught up. Let's just say that, okay? But it's really about the technique. And so if you have a good technique, you can make it work, honey. But these are really good and I like the shade. So I like to just tap it. I'm not really a huge using my fingers for makeup, but for this product, I will. I like to just be able to place it, and it just kind of adds a little bit more depth to the bronzer. For blush, I'm going to use the LYS stick in the shade Unfazed. This stick is really cool. It's very pigmented and it has a cute little sheen to it. I'm gonna keep it here, but I'm going to bring it into my cheeks, whatever. I would like to note that this might be more of a makeup tutorial than a song tutorial. A song get ready with me. But I would like to note that depending on your face shape, your blush placement can enhance that. So just, yeah. Do you see that? Is it giving Painted by Esther? Anyway, so our next step is foundation. I'm going to mix Haus Labs and Lawless. If you think you're my shade mate, let me know. I'm shade 470 in Haus Labs and then 24D in Lawless. So there's that. Back of my hand, I'm gonna use one pump. I'm going to use another just because I don't feel like I'm truly one shade and then truly the other. This would be like my winter shade. That's, you know, summer. So I'm gonna mix those together. That'll be a perfect time for a little background on the song. Initially, I wrote the song probably about 2 years ago when I was in LA in my law program, and I typically process situations months after they happen. I don't really process things in the moment. It'll be a random day and I'm like minding my business. My mind is like elsewhere and then it'll click. And I'm like, oh damn. So I tried to figure out where do I draw the line with people? And typically you would think that it would be with people's actions, but really for me, it's like the words or the lack thereof. I pay so much attention to what people say, how they say it, the inflections and things, the pauses, the facial expressions. Like, I'm very observant of people, especially people that I hold close to me or I would like to hold close to me, because patterns make people. Patterns are people. They will show you people. They will show you yourself. So yeah, so I just went in and just enhanced my blush. Again, I just did a little something because we want the blush to show through people. We want, oh, she blushing. She blushing. Now, on to concealer. We're going to be using Haus Labs in the shade 42 medium deep neutral and 5 in Dior. Dior. Continuing what I was saying, just about how I process things. So then from there, I also am influenced a lot by like movies and TV shows, and there's always this part in a movie, honestly, where two people have a conflict and things are said and, you know, it's hurtful and they don't talk for months and months, and then, you know, they get back together, even they eventually break up again. That kind of thing where somebody is winning somebody over, to try and like brush over what was said or done and how hurtful it was or how damaging it was to a person. And so the second verse, I kind of say there will never be a grand enough gesture to erase what you did from my mind. And that's something that I think, one, rings true, because I didn't forget. I didn't forget. But I also think it's common for men to say or do things that are very damaging or hurtful, and then to come back around and be like, hey girl, how you been? I ain't heard from you in a minute. Like, you still look, how your mom? No, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. And I'm excited for the day where I get to actually do the video, because, you know, I feel like it'll really bang for real. But yeah, so it was just kind of like, there's no grand enough gesture to erase what you did. There's no amount of I love yous, roses, cars. You know, I didn't get gifted a car yet, but there's no amount of any of that can kind of erase what's already been done. That's the thing. I feel like when people try to backtrack on what's been said, like, unless you got the time, unless you got the ability to go back and hit that switch, baby, it's done. It's done. Nothing ain't covering it. It's done. So there's that. If you were wondering when I was going to do my brows, that's like the last step for me. Brows, then mascara, and then we gone. She gone. So now we're on to the eye look. I just put a little bit of Haus Labs on my eyelid and blended it out with this little flat brush. not, this is not a flat brush, whatever this wants to be called, from Real Techniques. I have the little eye tape from Real Techniques, and I'm just gonna put it underneath both eyes so I have a really crispy fried eyeliner look. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this. The gag is with the tape, you have to like line it up perfectly. And I like to sit it like right underneath here. So this is going to go very fast because I do not like to take a long time on eye makeup. This is the This is from r.e.m. Beauty, very old palette. This shade has been used to high heaven. Great shade, but we're gonna take this one. And I'm just gonna kind of just go around on my lid. Okay, next up is we're gonna take the Nikita Dragun palette by Morphe. Prima Donna. I'm a prima donna, I can rule the world. I don't care I can rule the world. Hands up. All right, so I'm gonna, okay, so my eye is like an almond shaped eye, and I like to follow the natural lines and guidelines that are naturally there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this darker shade right here in this kind of line, because we want to build the depth up of a smoky black cat eye kind of vibe. Not cat, but like the shape is wing, whatever it wants to be pronounced. So you want to build the depth of the smoky. You just don't start with black. That's just not how you do that. Black is actually the last color you use. So the next color in the palette I want to use is a shade called Temptation, which is this one. It almost looks a little, it looks red on camera. Are we pointing to the same color here? What the, oh, that's Poppy Chulo. Yeah, no, we're still gonna use Temptation. I'm gonna take a little, tap it, and if you're like she's using the same brush, you're damn right. And I'm just gonna concentrate this more right towards this direct edge. Okay, now I'm gonna go with this one brush I got off TikTok shop, and I'm just gonna take it for this one brown shade, and I'm going to take this angle brush, and I'm gonna go into, they have this one shade, it's just a black, it's called Nasty. And I just am gonna use it in a way just so that I can control where the black is going and it doesn't, like, I'm gonna smoke it out, but I'm not gonna smoke it out. I'm trying to get as close to yours. That. Okay, next up is a little bit of sparkle. I'm gonna butcher this with this shade right here, because it's like that. It's almost like gunmetal-y. And I'm just gonna lightly tap. I don't want a concealer. While that's beginning to like set and get a little tacky, I'm gonna take my tear spray and just do a little. Okay, so as my concealer gets tacky, we're just gonna talk about, you know, we have props for the cover. So the last time I shot a cover, I had flowers as my prop. This time I have a cute little whiskey glass. We have like an old vintage microphone that I'll be posing with. I have a fur coat on, honey. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the overall look and how it kind of ties and pulls together. Lisa Lee also made sure I had like some cute accessories that we can like play around with and see, you know, that goes with the look, to try and just elevate it in different ways, and to also, you know, give us a little bit more. Just imagine you're hitting the song, give me more, give me more, give me. So yeah, but hair and makeup is very important in portraying the story that we needed to portray. So once this has gotten a little tacky, I'm going to begin to blend it from here and work my way out, and also put some of this on my damn hand because sometimes you don't need that much. I'm gonna follow that up with a little bit of Haus Labs just because it's a little lighter and we want a tad brightening. Laura. I like to just do a cute little shake. I take my sponge, I'm not gonna show it because I'm just not gonna show it, she needs to be cleaned. I like to take the back of my wrist and I like to just rub it out there and I'll pat it. It looks very ashy, okay, on here. So I like to look up, do my last final blending. And the thing about oily skin is you'll see my skin start to just soak up the powder. Like, fab. Fenty. Shade Nutmeg. Laura was in translucent. And some people might go, translucent? Translucent, honey. I know the brows look a little crazy right now, but we don't dust the powder off in here. We just press it in. We just press it in. And it melts. It melts. I'm going to take, and we're just gonna dab away. I don't like my face to be shiny. I don't. It just, as an oily person, when your face is shiny, I just feel like a grease ball. I feel like a kid taking their back to school picture. Okay. So we mat everything down. Some people might go with pressed powder, and I don't do that. I use these two, and I'm good. The next step is brows. I'm gonna go with my Morphe. They came out with this new nano pencil instead of like, just like a regular thin one. It's like the point is so tiny. I like to go in really subtle. And just fill her in because, you know, I wasn't born with thick eyebrows. That's just not, it's not the cards I was given. Our next step is mascara. This is a Korean mascara. That's what it say on the front. I don't know. Listen, I can't help you, but nothing else. It's a sunny day. The gang's all here. Okay, so for lashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss Nude Blazer. I always cut my lashes because my eyes are a little, and I do not like them for them to poke me in my eyes. So I cut off the back half. I cut, you know what I'm saying? I cut off this much. We're gonna use lash glue, not hair glue. Not that I have never used hair glue to put on my lashes and that she isn't reliable. I just want my eyesight in 30 years, so I'm weaning off of the hair glue as lash glue. We don't need to hear on the TV 20 years from now. Do you already ever know you use hair glue? 30-second hair bond? I'm talking about this one. Okay. So while we wait for the lashes to dry, let me talk you guys through the jewelry that the accessories, the jewelry, you know that, and a little bit more of the inspo for the look too. So we are going to do, Lisa Lee sent me a picture of a very like gaudy kind of like necklace. So we're gonna do that. I have a watch, I have a grill, not a top and bottom, but a bottom, just 6, and silver, little ear cuff, little diamond little set here, nothing crazy, nothing too dangly. My ears are very tiny. But yeah, so initially when I reached out to Lisa Lee to help me bring this project to life, I am very stuck in like I know my cute little 1 2 1 2. I was like, I need somebody to give me some more poses to really bring it to life. I sent her a Pinterest board. I'm a Pinterest girly. I love Pinterest. I scroll on it all the time. Nails, hair, aesthetics, wallpapers, cute little sayings, tattoos, you name it, I'm on there. Hairstyles, lip combos, I'm on Pinterest. Okay, so I sent her a board, and the one picture of Bella Hadid, I believe it was for, I don't want to mistake the cover that she did it for, but it was for a magazine cover. And these are getting clear, yay. So She has on like these red tights, a fur coat. The bang is cut, the hair is long. And then I sent some more kind of like 60s kind of glamour where it's like vintage, you know, the curls. They're smoking a cigarette. They have a martini glass. And the makeup initially was like a little red-ish, but it was still bold. It was still, and then as we began to refine the look and just kind of get little pieces here and there to make it truly like my own, I was like, okay, let me look again for the makeup to match the vibe. And so we have this, but I'm really excited. I'm also wearing pleaser heels for the first time ever. And if you don't know, I'm 5'10". So wearing pleaser heels, I'm gonna be easily like 6'3". It'd be crazy. Now, some people might go, is she using her fingers? Yes, but that's only because I lent my mother my tweezers and now they're nowhere to be found. But yeah, so Lisa Lee, she did gather poses for me. I sent initial pictures and like aesthetic kind of shots that I wanted to use for other things as well, but she sourced some good pictures to like pictures and pose references for me to have, and she said she has a certain way she wants to pose me on set, and I'm excited because I like the way her mind works. And she was the one who was like, let's do some pleaser heels, and I was like, okay. And then she was like, let's put the song title on the shoe, and I was like, oh, let's do that. So I'm excited to see how those turn out because she has like a little bedazzle kit, and you know, she said she's gonna add a little something to it. So I feel like that's gonna be a really cute touch, a personalized touch. Cause you can always be inspired, but let's make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's inspired. You look around and where people pull inspiration from is not one thing. You're always inspired. There's always somebody in the world doing something cool that you want to emulate or that you would like to try and do something, but make it your own too. Give credit where credit is due and then make it your own too. Eyeliner. This is Korean, same brand as the mascara. Fenty, how many carats? She was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy. Okay, now to set the face. We take the one, the only. One size. Shake the devil off. Anyway. Yo, I grew up in church. Bad. Now, the last hack I have for people that talk a lot for smile lines, I've tried the whole eyeshadow primer in the crease. I can't do all that, baby. It just enhances it like the Nile River. Like, it just cracks. So I take one size and I take the bottom of this puff. It needs to be clean. Let's mind our business. And I go like this. And then I dab it and I go. There we go. I hate smile lines. Now, again, as I said, I'm oily. And I'd like to just take Laura again, whatever's in there, and just kind of swirl it. And I just still like to go in one last time and like tap her out. Mind you, I have an hour and 20-minute drive to my shoot, so my makeup's gonna have more than enough time to cure. Okay. Now for the lip look, we're following Doechie's look with the black line. For the final touch on the lip, as I said, I'm a Too Faced girly through and through. This is Too Faced Lip Injection in the shade Stars Are Aligned. So this is the final look for the Amnesia photo cover for the song, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the song even more. I hope that's something that you play repeat, that you play in your car, while you're by yourself, while you're getting dressed in the shower. Yeah, in Vogue, Lys, Fenty, Laura Mercier, One Size, Dior, Haus Labs, E.L.F, Tyr. What else did I use in this video? Lawless, Too Faced. Hit a girl up. Thank you. Bye.